Good evening everyone, and welcome to the video update for Elite Encounters for the 7th of March 2016. Welcome to March! Where did February go? I have no idea where February went. It's been a hell of a short month this month. So, yeah. So, I shall go into the thing and go across. Agenda went out last night, not much on it. Apologies for that, but not much has happened this week. I don't have anything in particular to go through that I didn't go through last week, so I didn't want to kind of bore you with the same stuff again, so I've kind of left it a bit sparse. Just a quick update of the progress and so on, and we have had one question this week, so I've not put it on the agenda because it only came in today, but we'll talk about it soon. Okay, so Colin, our progress this week, sort of miniatures wise. Colin's still waiting on word back from Frontier about the licensing. In the meantime, there has been a bit of a thing in the newsletter last week about another guy who's done some miniatures using the sandstone that you can do full colour with, which has kind of stuck in our craw a little bit, because having all that publicity for a person who has done some miniatures, but in the meantime there are two people still waiting on word back about any ideas about miniatures, is a little bit gutting, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know exactly what's going to be happening as far as that's concerned, but that's not great, at least for the miniatures rules, the miniatures game that Colin's putting together. It does have an effect on the RPG as well, because obviously the integration of the RPG with those miniatures rules is a fairly big thing, and I am hoping and praying that Colin does get a license and that he can go ahead with his game. The concept of his game is that the miniatures are paintable, so that the players themselves can decide what they want the design to be, whereas obviously the other side of the coin is this other guy's stuff. I can't remember his name, I do apologise, which is essentially pre-coloured. So there is that slight difference that might make a difference. As for myself, this week I'm essentially just writing all the same stuff I was writing last week. Sadly on that, progress has not been great this week. There's been a hell of a lot of stuff going on this week, both in and out of the Elite universe, that has kind of taken my time away from stuff. Grandchildren-y things, family stuff, work stuff, just different things that are going on this week that has just made my coming home to try and do some work ethic a little bit crap this week. But today I have managed to get a bit more done, but I'm not going to go into that just now because I would rather leave that until next week's update and fill you in on how far I get with that stuff. So last week a bit of a crap week work wise. This week is looking already to be quite good, so there are a lot of things that need to get put into the game before it releases, and next week I will go into the sort of release of it a little bit more as well, hopefully. If I forget, remind me. Yeah, so essentially what I was doing last week is essentially writing out an instruction manual. Now it has to be complete, and that's where the bit of the stumbling block has been as far as I'm concerned, is trying to make sure that somebody other than me can understand exactly what they need to do to run a game or start a game or be part of a game just from this one book. I won't be there to give people a reference point, so the hope is that I can get this to a state where it is readable and understandable. So that's the plan, but it's quite a difficult job. I'm trying to make sure that I can get it done. I will obviously hand it off to people to sort of proofread and see that they can get everything done in it that they need to get done, and that they understand what they need to do. So there you go. Okay, before that's obviously the upcoming events thing. Before I go into that, I've not put a page in for the feedback because, as I said, I don't usually get it. I wasn't expecting any. But essentially, Fat Pob on the Kickstarter comments has asked if I can give a bit of an update about progress and sort of what percentages and stuff are done. Now the short answer to that, I'm afraid, is no. That would involve having to look at the content that's been done and try and do some kind of update, and to be honest I would rather not get kind of wrapped up in doing stats and figures and tables and charts and so on, and actually focus on getting stuff done, because that's my focus at the moment. That's why things like postal stuff that I did say I was going to try and do over the last couple of weeks has not been done, because I am trying to focus every waking moment that I have sitting in front of this computer at the moment onto getting stuff written. So not wasting time, not getting distracted by stuff that at the end of the day hasn't got as tight a deadline as I do have now for releasing the book. So that's that. So apologies, Fat Paw, but I'm not going to do a bit of an update. Just know that since the last time you asked, the focus has primarily been on the miniatures rules. So any progress that would go into a chart would be solely on the miniatures rules. The writing of the actual character rules would maybe take a 1% slide back because of the loss of the hex trackers and the fact I need to take them off the rules and replace them with something a little bit more simple. So that has to get rewritten. So that's a small decrease there, but significant increase on the amount of work that was done on the miniatures rules. Sorry, not miniatures rules, on the vehicle combat system, and other miniatures / counter / combat based stuff. Okay, that's it basically. Right, upcoming stuff tonight. Again, after this, we're going to be having Monday Night Mayhem on CQC with whoever it is that decides to turn up. That will be fun, I'm sure. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And again, next weekend, this is now, is the Pratchett Pilgrimage 2016, where I'm going to take whatever ship it is I have in my second account and fly it off to Pratchett's disc. I hope you join me for that on Saturday the 12th. More important than that are other people, obviously. Gamer for Mankind is Mad Dog and Kate Click. Mad Dog and Kate Clicks charity drive on next Sunday, 13th of March, where they're going to be trying to raise money for the Mankind Initiative, which is a charity that's been set up to support victims of male sexual abuse, or male victims of abuse, violent abuse, not sexual abuse. It's domestic violence, isn't it? I apologise, I am so fucking tired today, my mistake. Yes, but Kate Click, Mad Dog, Saturday, 13th of March. Follow them on Twitch, follow them on YouTube, follow them on whatever it is you want to follow them on, and you'll get more information if you have a look on things like Twitter and so on for Kate Click and Mad Dog, as it's spelled on the screen there. We've still got something in the wings for the 19th to 20th. We've not really discussed it more this week, but hopefully that'll be a thing. Hopefully something this week. We'll get some more conversations done about it. But watch this space and I'll let you know if you're interested. Elite Meet is coming up in April the 2nd, so if you can get to that, then please go. It will be an awesome thing. The RPG will be making an appearance, but played by other people, because I won't be there, sadly. And then LaveCon is up in July, on the 16th and 17th in Northampton, and we will be there. I will be there. I don't think anyone else will be there, but I'll be there. Colin's going to be there as well, so hopefully we'll get to have a look at both the RPG things. And as I've said before, the intent is at this point that the game, the RPG, will be finished and published by that point. Oh dear, he says, with palpitations. So yes, fingers crossed. Well, not fingers crossed, it'll be out, so I'll go into that more next week, as I said. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in again. A bit of a short and sweet one today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful for you. We'll be back again with another Elite Encounters update on Monday the 14th of March, where hopefully I'll have a bit more information and a bit more cool stuff to show you, rather than just writing stuff and having writer's block. So 14th of March, 8 PM UK time. If you have any comments, questions or feedback, then please get it to me by Monday the 14th at 6 PM, and I'll talk about it in the broadcast. Other than that, I think we're calling that a night. So if you are tuning in for CQC Mayhem at 8:30, then I'll be flipping the Twitch stream over to that within the next 5 minutes or so, and then we'll do the build up for that. So thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week.